Welcome to Disney's Contemporary Resort, one of the most iconic and distinctive resorts at Walt Disney World. With its bold A-frame design, the monorail gliding straight through the building, and sleek, retro-futuristic vibe, there's truly nothing else like it. I'm Dave from the Sorcerer's Vault, and today we're exploring this modern Disney classic that's been part of the magic since opening day in 1971. In this video, we're taking a full tour of the Contemporary, from the main tower to Bay Lake Tower, from dining and shopping to pools and lakeside views. I'll take you up into the Grand Canyon Concourse, show you where to grab a bite, and walk you through the resort's unique layout and atmosphere. And one of the biggest perks, this is one of just a few resorts at Walt Disney World that's within walking distance to Magic Kingdom. That alone makes it a favorite for many Disney guests. Whether you're planning a stay, comparing deluxe resorts, or just curious what it's like inside this legendary resort, this walkthrough will give you a full look at what the Contemporary has to offer. And at the end, I'll go over a few quick pros and cons to help you decide if it's the right fit for your next vacation. We're starting our tour just outside the main tower of Disney's Contemporary Resort, the central hub of the property, home to the lobby, dining, and shops. It's a bold, futuristic look that still stands out more than 50 years after it opened. As we head toward the entrance, take a look around. The layout here is open and minimal, with wide walkways, sleek landscaping, and a modern aesthetic that sets a very different tone from the more heavily themed resorts. It all reinforces the idea that you're stepping into something unique, a resort built to feel like the future. And just ahead, those sliding glass doors open into the ground level lobby, where we'll begin our walkthrough of this one-of-a-kind Disney resort. Inside, the ground floor lobby continues that clean, modern look, with a wide open layout, neutral tones, and subtle touches of mid-century design. It's not flashy or heavily themed, but it fits Contemporary's vibe perfectly: sleek, spacious, and efficient. Just off to the left, those doors lead out to the resort's bus stop, which provides transportation to Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Disney Springs, and the water parks. Over to the right is Contemporary Grounds, a quick stop for coffee, pastries, and snacks. It's a convenient grab-and-go option, especially if you're headed out early to catch a bus. Moving further into the lobby, you'll find the check-in and concierge desks over to the left, where helpful cast members are always available to answer questions, assist with reservations, and get your stay off to a smooth start. And on the right side, there's a large seating area for guests waiting on their rooms or just taking a break. And then just past that, there's even a small kids corner with child-sized chairs and a TV playing Disney programming, a great way to keep the little ones entertained during the check-in process. Before we leave the lobby floor and head upstairs, we're making a stop here on the ground floor to check out Steakhouse 71, one of the Contemporary's table service restaurants. The name is a nod to 1971, the year Walt Disney World opened, and the space itself pays tribute to that era with sleek mid-century design and vintage photos from the early days of the resort. Along the hallway, you'll find black and white images of Walt Disney and scenes from the construction of Magic Kingdom and the Contemporary, a really thoughtful touch that blends the restaurant's modern style with a strong sense of Disney history. As the name suggests, the menu here focuses primarily on steaks, with a variety of cuts, classic sides, and signature sauces. It's a popular dinner choice for guests looking for a great meal just steps from the Magic Kingdom. Breakfast and lunch are served here too, with crowd favorites like the stacked breakfast sandwich and the Steakhouse 71 burger. And if you're into desserts, don't skip the signature 15-layer chocolate cake, one layer for every floor of the Contemporary's main tower. Whether you're here for breakfast, lunch, or a full steakhouse dinner, this spot offers quality food, a comfortable atmosphere, and a little Disney history along the way. Heading upstairs from the lobby, we arrive on the second floor of the Contemporary. This level includes several meeting rooms and event spaces, making the Contemporary a popular location for conventions, weddings, and corporate events. Its direct connection to the convention center next door makes it especially convenient for business travelers and large groups. Also located here is the check-in desk for California Grill, the Contemporary's rooftop signature restaurant. You won't find the restaurant itself on this floor, but this is where you'll check in before taking a private elevator to the 15th floor. California Grill is a longtime fan favorite, offering upscale cuisine with sweeping views of Magic Kingdom and the surrounding area. The menu features seasonal dishes with fresh, high-quality ingredients, including sushi, steak, seafood, and a carefully curated wine list. One of the biggest draws here is the view, especially during the nightly fireworks at Magic Kingdom. Guests dining at California Grill are invited to return later in the evening to watch the show from the restaurant's observation deck, even if their dinner reservation was earlier in the night. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion or just want a memorable night out, California Grill remains one of the most popular dining experiences at Walt Disney World. Now let's head up one more level to explore the resort's most iconic space. We've arrived at the Grand Canyon Concourse, the massive open-air atrium at the center of the Contemporary's main tower. The visual centerpiece of the concourse is a series of massive murals designed by Disney legend Mary Blair. Spanning multiple stories, they feature stylized animals, bold desert landscapes, and geometric patterns in her signature artistic style. If the look reminds you of It's a Small World, that's no coincidence. Blair's influence helped shape that attraction as well. These murals are a tribute to the spirit of the American Southwest and serve as a perfect focal point for this iconic space. Next up, let's take a closer look at the shops. First up is BVG, which stands for Bayview Gifts. This is the larger of the two shops on the Grand Canyon Concourse and offers a wide selection of Disney merchandise, clothing, accessories, and home decor. The layout is bright and spacious with wide aisles and large windows that look out into the Grand Canyon Concourse. It's a great spot to browse whether you're staying at the resort or just stopping by on a monorail loop. Inside, you'll find a little bit of everything, from Mickey ears and Loungefly backpacks to resort-branded apparel, Dooney and Burke bags, and seasonal collections. There's also a nice assortment of housewares like mugs, kitchen towels, and other Disney-themed items you can bring home as a souvenir or a gift. And if you're a fan of Sorcerer Mickey, this is one of the best places to find themed merchandise. From apparel and plush to collectibles, BVG often features a rotating mix of Sorcerer Mickey items that you won't always find in the parks. Overall, it's one of the more well-stocked resort gift shops on property, and you'll usually spot a few contemporary exclusive pieces mixed in with the rest. In the center of this side of the concourse is Fantasia, a bright and playful shop that focuses on kids and kids at heart. Compared to BVG across the way, Fantasia leans more toward fun and whimsy with bold colors, open displays, and a layout that practically invites younger guests to explore. This shop is filled primarily with toys, plush, games, and character merchandise, plus a wide selection of Disney trading pins. If you're into pin collecting, this is a great place to browse or grab a starter set. And for families, it's a convenient spot to pick up a new toy or surprise souvenir during your stay. Rather than stocking a little bit of everything, Fantasia keeps its focus narrow and does it well. It's cheerful, approachable, and always a hit with kids who light up the moment they walk inside. Just around the corner is Fantasia Market, the Contemporary's convenience shop, and probably the closest thing on property to a mini-mart. It's small but packed with essentials, offering everything from bottled drinks and breakfast items to snacks, beer, wine, and basic groceries. You also find shelves with things like cereal, chips, microwavable meals, and a small selection of personal care items, the kind of stuff that's great to have on hand in your room or for a low-key night at the resort. It's not a place most guests seek out on day one, but when you need something fast or forgot to pack an item, Fantasia Market definitely comes in clutch. Rounding out this side of the concourse is the game station, the resort's arcade. It's a decent sized space with a variety of games for all ages, from racing and sports simulators to claw machines and classic arcade favorites. Like most Disney resort arcades, it runs on a rechargeable game card system which you can load up at one of the kiosks inside. It's a fun option for a midday break, something to do on a rainy afternoon, or a way to wind down in the evening without having to leave the resort. The game station doesn't get a ton of foot traffic, so it's usually easy to find a machine without much of a wait. Nothing over the top here, just a solid, reliable arcade that adds a little extra entertainment to your stay. Now we're going to head over to the other side of the Grand Canyon Concourse, and if it felt like the last section was all about shopping, this side is all about dining. And as we make our way across, we'll pass the security screening area for guests headed up to the monorail platform. This is where you'll go through bag check before boarding the monorail to Magic Kingdom, the Transportation Ticket Center, or one of the other monorail resorts. Now this side of the concourse tends to stay a little busier throughout the day, thanks to foot traffic from Contempo Cafe, the ever-popular Chef Mickey's, and guests headed up to the monorail station above. But first up is Outer Rim, the Contemporaries Lounge, located just beside Chef Mickey's. It's a casual, comfortable spot with sleek seating and large windows that offer a great view of Bay Lake. The vibe here is quiet and low-key, especially during the day. In the evening, it's a relaxing place to grab a cocktail, a glass of wine, or beer. And while the drink menu is fairly standard compared to some of Disney's more themed lounges, the location and view do a lot of the heavy lifting. There's no food menu here, but since it's adjacent to both Chef Mickey's and Contempo Cafe, it's easy to swing by before or after a meal. If you're looking for a spot to unwind away from the crowds or sip something while watching the monorails pass through the atrium, Outer Rim is a great little hideaway. Next up is Chef Mickey's, one of the most well-known and energetic dining experiences at Walt Disney World. This character buffet features Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Pluto, all dressed in their chef outfits as they make the rounds with photos, high fives, and fun interactions. The energy here is loud, fun, and family focused. Exactly what you'd expect inside the Grand Canyon Concourse. With the monorail gliding overhead and kids waving napkins and smiling, it's not a quiet spot, but that's part of its charm. Chef Mickey serves breakfast and dinner as an all-you-care-to-enjoy buffet, featuring approachable, kid-friendly American fare alongside carving stations and dessert options. While the food itself isn't gourmet, the memorable character interactions and lively atmosphere keep guests coming back time after time. Now, reservations are required, and while it's not one of the hardest to get, it's still a good idea to book it as early as possible, ideally at that 60-day mark when your dining window opens. And next to Chef Mickey's is Contempo Cafe, the Contemporary's main quick-service dining location. It's located right in the heart of the concourse, just beneath the monorail track, and serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The ordering area includes a staffed counter and mobile ordering pickup window, along with a grab-and-go cooler stocked with drinks, snacks, and prepackaged meals. It's a popular stop for a quick bite before heading to the parks or grabbing something on your way back to the room. The menu features a mix of classic park staples, burgers, chicken tenders, flatbreads, plus rotating seasonal offerings like specialty salads or featured entrees. Breakfast is typically the busiest time, especially with guests gearing up for an early start at Magic Kingdom. There's plenty of seating nearby, and even though it's right in the middle of everything, between the hustle of the monorail overhead and the open atmosphere of the concourse, it somehow still manages to feel relaxed and easy to navigate, making it a solid go-to for a quick, no-fuss meal. Now, with the concourse fully explored, we're headed back down the escalators to the ground floor to check out the resort's outdoor areas. The Contemporary has a unique layout compared to other Disney resorts. Instead of sprawling across multiple themed sections, much of what you need is right here in or around the main tower. But once you step outside, there's still plenty more to see, including recreation areas, pools, and some surprisingly peaceful spots overlooking Bay Lake. Heading out the main doors here, we turn left and begin making our way toward Bay Lake Tower, the Disney Vacation Club wing connected to the Contemporary. Right away, you'll notice the wide open walkway, clean, symmetrical, and very intentional in its design. The landscaping here leans into that same retro-futuristic style that defines the rest of the resort. Everything feels streamlined and modern, from the geometric planters to the neatly manicured, uniquely shaped shrubs that line the path. It's a sharp contrast to the lush themed grounds you'll find at many other Disney resorts. And that's exactly the point. The Contemporary's outdoor design stays true to its original concept. Sleek, modern, and just a little bit ahead of its time. Just ahead is Bay Lake Tower, a Disney Vacation Club property that opened in 2009 as an extension of the Contemporary Resort. It features studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom villa accommodations, all with a sleek modern design that feels like a natural evolution of the Contemporary's aesthetic. The building has a clean, curved layout that contrasts the main tower with its geometrical patterns. Bay Lake Tower has its own lobby, check-in area, and amenities, giving it a more private residential feel, but guests still have full access to everything over at the Contemporary, including dining, shopping, and transportation. A covered walkway on the 5th floor connects the tower to the Grand Canyon Concourse, making it easy to walk back and forth without ever stepping outside. But if you continue around to the back side of the building, you'll find it one of the more peaceful spots on property, with open green space, walking paths, and a calm lakeside vibe that feels far removed from the bustle of the parks. This is also where you'll find the Bay Lake Tower pool, which is reserved exclusively for DVC guests staying there. It's smaller than the main pool, but includes a water slide, hot tub, splash zone, and a nearby pool bar for drinks and light snacks. And as the name suggests, many of the rooms here offering sweeping views of Bay Lake, while others face west for a perfect view of Magic Kingdom and the fireworks. It's a great option for families who want more space, in-room amenities, and just a little extra quiet without giving up any of the location perks. Now from the back of Bay Lake Tower, we'll follow the path along the shoreline of Bay Lake, heading toward the Contemporary's beach area. Like much of the resort, this stretch feels wide open and intentionally designed, with long sight lines, clean walkways, and open views across the water. The beach itself is compact but relaxing, with soft white sand and a row of lounge chairs overlooking the lake. It's not a swimming beach, but it's a great place to sit back, watch the boats drift by, or just enjoy a quieter moment between park adventures. And if you're up early, this spot does face east, making it a peaceful place to catch the sunrise as it rises over Bay Lake. It's a simple space, but one that fits perfectly with the Contemporary's balance of form, function, and just a little bit of magic. As we continue along toward the sandbar, we pass by the Contemporary's Marina, another great feature that adds to the resort's versatility. Here, guests can book pontoon boats for a scenic cruise around Bay Lake and Seven Seas Lagoon. It's a great way to take in the surroundings from a new perspective, and especially peaceful in the morning or around sunset. The marina is also the launch point for specialty experiences like private firework cruises during Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom. These sailings come with snacks, soft drinks, and synchronized audio from the show, and they make for a truly memorable way to cap off a Disney day. Even if you're not heading out on the water, the marina adds to the atmosphere with its gentle waves, the boat activity, and that feeling that you're never far from the next little adventure. Still following the shoreline, we come to the Bay Pool, a quiet lakeside pool that offers a more laid-back atmosphere than some of the busier resort areas. Set right along the edge of Bay Lake, this pool has an open, peaceful vibe with wide views across the water and plenty of space to relax. Umbrellas are scattered throughout the deck area, providing shade for guests who want to stay cool while lounging by the water. Lounge chairs also line the poolside, and the overall design stays true to Contemporary's signature look. Again, clean, simple, and modern. Whether you're going for a swim, catching some sun, or just enjoying the breeze off the lake, the Bay Pool is a calm and scenic place to unwind. And right next to the Bay Pool, you'll find another small beach area that sits directly behind the resort's main pool. This spot tends to be a little bit busier than the beach near Bay Lake Tower, simply because of its proximity to the main pool and higher foot traffic in this part of the resort. Still, it's a nice place to relax with soft sand, lounge chairs, and open views across Bay Lake. From here, we'll get our first look at the Contemporary's feature pool, a larger, more active space that serves as the main pool area for the resort. The design here is open and modern with a large pool deck, plenty of lounge chairs, and a curved water slide that adds just the right amount of fun without overwhelming the space. The pool sits next to a wide open courtyard with Bay Lake on one side and the Contemporary's main tower providing the backdrop. There's usually a steady energy here, family swimming, guest sunbathing, and the occasional poolside activity or cast member led game. It's not heavily themed, but like the rest of the resort, it leans into those clean lines and open space rather than the elaborate decor. It's comfortable, convenient, and exactly what you'd expect from the Contemporary's take on a Disney pool. And just behind the water slide here, you'll find the Kids Splash Zone, a fun, kid-friendly water play area designed for younger guests. It features spraying fountains, small water jets, and soft surfaces that make it safe and approachable for little ones. There aren't any large slides or tipping buckets here. It's more about gentle, interactive play, perfect for toddlers and preschoolers who might not be ready for the big pool just yet. And because it's located so close to the feature pool, families with multiple age groups can easily spread out while still staying nearby. It's a simple setup, but a great option if you're traveling with younger kids who just want to splash, play, and cool off. Moving away from the pool area, we'll head toward the garden wing, a separate section of the resort located just off this side of the main tower. The garden wing has a different feel from the rest of the Contemporary. Instead of high-rise rooms overlooking the concourse or Bay Lake, this area features low-rise buildings with a quieter, more residential vibe. The walkways here are lined with greenery and open courtyards, and the whole area feels a bit more tucked away, but still just a short walk from the lobby, pool, and dining. Rooms in the garden wing are typically among the more affordable options at the Contemporary, since they don't have the high floor views of the main tower or the extra space of the Bay Lake Tower villas, but you're still getting the same prime location with walking access to Magic Kingdom and full use of the resort's amenities. It's a great choice for guests who want the Contemporary experience, but in a slightly more low-key setting. Now, that's just about going to wrap up our walking tour of Disney's Contemporary Resort. From sleek architecture and monorail convenience to lakeside views and spacious rooms, this resort definitely stands apart, and not just because of its design. But before we go, let's go over a few quick pros and cons to help you decide if it's the right fit for your trip. First, the pros. Location. You're within walking distance of Magic Kingdom and on the monorail loop, giving you quick access to the park, the transportation and ticket center, and other monorail resorts. Number 2, history and design. As one of Walt Disney World's original resorts, the Contemporary is packed with opening day charm and unique architecture you won't find anywhere else. The dining variety, between Steakhouse 71, California Grill, not to mention Chef Mickey's, there's a lot to choose from all in one place. And the open layout. If you like wide, open, airy spaces and clean modern lines over immersive theming, the Contemporary delivers a very different atmosphere from most other Disney resorts. Now, a few cons to keep in mind. Theming. If you're looking for strong Disney theming or immersive storytelling in the design, the Contemporary leans more toward minimalist and modern, which might not be for everyone. Noise. With everything centered around the Grand Canyon Concourse, sound can carry, especially from Chef Mickey's and the monorail. Which leads into the next one, crowds. Between the different dining spots like Chef Mickey's and California Grill, the main concourse can get pretty busy, especially during peak dining hours. It's a high traffic area that doesn't always feel as relaxed as other deluxe resort lobbies. And price. Like all monorail resorts, this is a deluxe option, and that convenience comes at a premium, particularly for rooms in the main tower or with Magic Kingdom views. That brings us to the end of our walk around Contemporary, and I've got to say, this one has always been one of my favorites. There's just something special about this place, from the iconic design and the monorail running through the atrium to those towering Mary Blair murals. It feels like a piece of Disney history you can still step right into. And the location, you can't do better. Being able to walk to Magic Kingdom in under 10 minutes or hop on the monorail right from inside the building, it all adds a level of convenience that's hard to beat. Even if it's not the most heavily themed resort on property, the Contemporary more than makes up for it with its history, the atmosphere, and just how easy it makes everything during your trip. It's classic, it's functional, and it still feels like the future Walt envisioned. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more Disney resort tours, park tips, and planning content every week. And don't forget to check out the resort tour playlist on the channel to explore even more Disney resorts. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm Dave from the Sorcerer's Vault. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you real soon.